verse number 8. 8 to 14, together we will chant. Together. Krishna tvadiya pada pankaj pancharaantah adyaiva me vishatu manasarajhamsah prana prayana samaye kabhavadapittaihi kantavarodhana vidhau smaranam kutaste Chintayami harimeva santatam mandamandahasitananambujam nantagopatanayam paratparam naradadimunivrindavanditam sarasijanayane sashankhachakre Murabhidimaviramasvachittarantum Sukhakaramaparam najatu jane Haricharanasmaranamrutena tulyam Mabhirmandamano vichintya bahudha Yamischiram yatana Naminah prabhavanti paparipavaha Swami nanushridharaha Alasyam vyapaniya bhakti sulabham Dhyayasva narayanam Lokasya vyasanapano dhanakaro Dasasya kim nakshamaha Bhavajaladhigatanam dvandvavatahatanam Sutatuhitrikalatratrana Vishama vishayato ye majjatavaklavanam Bhavatu sharanameko vishnupoto Bhavajaladhimagadham dustaram nistareyam Kathamahamithi cheto masmagah kataratvam Sarasijadhashi deve tavaki bhaktireka Narakabhidi nishanna tarayishyatyavashyam Trishnato ye madana pavano dhutamohormimale Taravarte tanaya sahaja graha sangha kulecha Mahati jaladhau majjatam nastridhaman Padamboje varada bhavato bhaktinavam prayacha. So after having glorified the Lord, Kulashekara puts in front of the Lord his only prayer. And what is a prayer? O Lord, I am not interested in the pleasures of the heaven, nor am I begging you to escape from the sufferings of hell, nor am I worshipping you for gaining punya, nor I want any worldly attainments, power, position, etc. My only request to you is, may I ever have unflinching devotion at your lotus feet. Even at the time of death, my mind should remember only you. But Bhagavan, I know it is very, very imbalance of Vata, Pitta and Kapha, the throat gets choked. In that intense pain, Bhagavan, remember you becomes extremely difficult. Therefore, Krishna Todiya Padapankaja Pancharantaha Adyeva me Vishatu Manasarajananta. May this royal swan of my mind enter into that resting place of your lotus feet. Now itself, today itself, may I start practicing this, because constant remembrance of the Lord, only when it is practiced throughout our life, only this habit, this samskara will take me through at the time of death. So I meditate, may I meditate upon your lotus form, constantly remembering upon your glories. But what will happen to those people who don't pay any attention to these important scriptural instructions given in our scriptures? So their fate is what is mentioned in 12, 13 and 14, which we have chanted. We will see the meaning. Verse number 12, page number 58. We will see the meaning of it. Bhava jalati gatanam dvandvavataha danam. So what is our condition? Bhava jalati gatanam. This is our condition. We are fully into this ocean of samsara. So this samsara, this existence in this world is compared with drowning in the ocean. That is a comparison. So what all things will be there in this ocean? Dvandvavata hatanam. So you have this dvandvavata, wind blowing in both the directions. So when wind blows, what happens to the waves? Waves rise and fall. So a person who is in this ocean, what is his condition? He is also tossed up and down in these waves. So what is this wave? Dvandvavata, the waves of the pairs of opposites. Sukha, dukkha, labha, nashta, joy, sorrows, gain, loss, victory, defeat, honor, dishonor, praise, criticism, health, disease, life, death, heat, cold. This is the world, pairs of opposites. So a person who is drowning in this ocean of worldliness, what is his condition? When favorable situations come, he is tossed up, he is excited, and when unfavorable situation come, he is dejected. This is the condition. Now this is the lakshana, symptom of a person who is bound by samsara. What is the lakshana? What is the characteristics? The characteristics is his own mind, he has no control. Favorable situation, he is happy. Unfavorable situation, he is miserable. This is the way we have to look into us. How much of a samsari I am? This is the test. Unfavorable situation, stress, worry, tension, anxiety, dejection, depression. Favorable situation, excitement. In the society, that's what we see. If everything is successful, a party and a drink. When dejection, again drink. That is called as dvandvavata. And now this person is not only being tossed up and down in this world, this fellow is also carrying a large burden. Just imagine a person trying to remain afloat on this ocean, but a huge burden is also there on his head. What is that burden? Suta, duhitra, kalatra, prana, bhara, artitana. Artitana, who is afflicted by bhara. So in Sanskrit, always you have to start from the end and then you have to go backwards. Arabic style. Meaning wise. Artitana, afflicted by what? Bhara, burden of what? Trana, burden of protecting whom? Suta, Duhitra, Kalatra, protecting his family members. Suta, son, Duhitra, daughter, Kalatra, wife. So there is an extra burden on his head. Not only that he has to support himself, he also has to support his family members. So that is a big bhara on his head. So this is the condition of a worldly person. Tensed, worried, anxious, worried about layoff. Nowadays that is a very often discussed topic. You don't know how long you are in this job. Anytime anything can happen. Some company takes over your company and then you are worried. Okay. Then Vishama Vishaya Toye. Toye, water. What is this water of this ocean? It is a Vishaya Toye. Vishaya means sense objects. And what is its nature? Vishama, it is poisonous. So in this ocean also, if you see that person in that salt water, he feels very thirsty. And when he feels thirsty, he is tempted to drink that water. Now what will happen if you drink salty water? You feel more thirsty, isn't it? You are drinking water to quench your thirst, but in turn, what does that water do? It increases your thirst. It is a very vicious cycle. In the same way, you indulge in sense objects for joy, for pleasure, for happiness, but what happens in the process? Kamarupena kaunteya dushpurena analena cha. The example given in Bhagavad Gita is like fire. The fire will never say enough. That's why its name is Anala. Namalam vidyate iti Anala. The more you give, the more it will keep on asking. That is fire. In the same way, these sense pleasures also. The more you indulge in these sense pleasures, you become a slave of these sense pleasures and it starts demanding more and more. The senses starts demanding more and more. You become a slave. When you indulge, there is some relief for some time, but again the craving for it increases. That is the nature of this pleasure. Agre amrutamam pariname vishamiva. In the beginning it is nectarian, indulging in these pleasures, but in the end it is poisonous. So that is what is said here. Vishama vishayatoye manchatam aplavana. So a person who is totally worldly in nature, no spiritual samskara at all, his condition is manchatam, he drowns in this ocean. Aplavana, without a boat. For such a person, bhavatu sharanameko vishnupoto narana. For such a person, Bhagavan is like a boat or a ship, Vishnupota. When Bhagavan enters into our life, then Bhagavan's entry is like a huge ship. You see, in an ocean, how much of a great swimmer you may be. You may be an Olympiad gold medalist, but in the ocean, how much of a greater swimmer you may be, no ability is of any use, isn't it? A ship is necessary. So in the same way, in this world, how much ever intelligent, talented you may be, you cannot cross over this ocean with your own effort, ability. Bhagavan's grace alone can save you. That's the point. The simile continues. Verse number 13. Bhava jalathim agadham dustaram nistareyam. This ocean is not only infinitely wide, it is also infinitely deep. So agadham it is, very deep. The This samsara is also like that, the ocean of transmigration. Dustaram, it is impossible to cross over. Nistareyam, very difficult to cross over. Katham aham iti chetah masmaga kataratvam. O dear mind, never be dejected thinking, how will I cross over this ocean? Don't be dejected. Sarasita Drishi Deve Tavaki Bhakti Rekha, you are this one devotion unto the lotus feet of the Lord. This one devotion will ensure you are crossing over this ocean. Naragabhidi Nishanna Tareshyati Avashyam. That Bhagavan who is Naragabhid, destroyer of Narakasura, he will definitely ensure you are crossing over this terrible, insurmountable ocean. That simile continues in verse number 14 also. Trishna toye madana pavana uddhuta moha urmimale. So this water, the water of Trishna, craving towards sense objects. Now in this ocean, there are so many waves. So again start from the end. Mala. Mala means chain. Mala of what? Urmi mala. Urmi means waves. So chain of waves. Waves of what? Moha urmi mala. Chain of waves of delusion. Moha. How are these waves risen? Uddhuta. It is created by Madana Pavana. Pavana means the wind. Wind of Madana, pride. So, the chain of the waves of delusion created by the wind of pride. Yeah. So, what is creating all delusion? Pride. The whole point is, in this world, everybody is trying to boost one's ego, show off one's abilities, talents, capacities, achievements. This is what we are doing. What is this ego? Madana. And this ego, the more and more a person is bound by this ego, the more and more deluded he becomes. The cause of all delusion is our own ego. Self-nourished ego. What are the different types of delusions available? Plenty are there. Waves of delusion, not one or two. In fact, an egoistic person is deluded in every aspect of life. There's a beautiful saying. An egoistic person purchases things which he doesn't want to impress people whom he doesn't like with the money that he doesn't have. That is the nature of this egoistic person. Everything is ulta. Delusion means what? Atasmin tat buddhi. What is there, he doesn't see. What is not there, he sees that. That is called as delusion. Rope is there, he doesn't see. Snake is not there, he sees it. So only rope, snake, etc. we understand. In life also the same thing. There is happiness inside. He doesn't find any happiness inside. There is not happiness outside. He finds happiness only outside. Right? I am not the body, but an egoistic person is convinced that he is the body. I am consciousness. That person doesn't understand. There are so many such delusions. The truth is, the world isn't me. But the ego makes us believe that I am in the world. You see? The truth is, God alone exists these are called the waves of delusion. Waves of delusion. What is the purpose of life? The wisdom says purpose of life is liberation. But the ego will make me believe the purpose of life is to settle in this impermanent world. Permanently settle in this impermanent world. This is what we are trying to do. So these are all the expressions of delusion. Moha Urmimala. Right, next one is little hard hitting. What is next? Dharavarte. Dharavarte means what? For him, his own wife acts as a whirlpool. What is written, I am saying. So the reverse also has to be understood. For woman, man is the whirlpool. For the man, woman is the whirlpool. Whirlpool means what? It sucks you inside and kills you. You can't escape. Tanaya sahaja graha sanghakula. Your brother, Tanaya. Sahaja means brother. Tanaya means son. Yeah. Tanaya, son and brother and family members. What are they? Graha, sanghakula. Groups of sharks which will eat you alive. So in the ocean, it is not necessary that you will die drowning. It's possible you will be eaten away by shark also. It is possible you will get sucked by the whirlpool also. All these dangers are possible. Okay. This is samsara. Samsarakhe mahati jaladho. It is infinite water of ocean. Majjatam nahar tridham. O Lord, we are all drowning. Padam bhoje varada bhavato bhakti namam prayacha. Bhagwan, please give us this bhakti namam. This boat of devotion unto your lotus feet. That is the only thing which is going to save us. Okay, now let us spend some time here. Okay, some heavy things are told here. You see, in our Hinduism, we have these 4 ashramas. What are the 4 ashramas? Brahmacharya ashrama, Grihastha-ashrama, Vanaprastha-ashrama and Sannyasa-ashrama. So these are the 4 different stages. They are all ashramas. Ashrama means what? A sacred institution where shrama has to be done. Shrama means what? Effort. Intelligent effort has to be done. So they are 4 sacred institutions where we are supposed to put forth intelligent effort. If you put intelligent effort, what will be the result? The end result is liberation, freedom from birth and death cycle. All these stages have their own importance. So what is the first stage? Brahmacharya ashrama. What do you do there? So in those times, children were sent to Gurukula. At a very young age itself, under a master, children are given the right understanding about life. That is very, very important. I am going to live my life. This is a complicated world. In this complicated world, I am supposed to use complicated instruments of body, mind, intellect. It is a very complicated affair. So therefore, at a very young age itself, right understanding about life is given. And who can give? Not the parents. Only the masters can give it. So they were sent to Gurukula. So this is Brahmacharya ashrama. So in that first 25 years, the children are exposed to right understanding about life. So what is developed? We can say head is developed. Right understanding, right knowledge. In the second stage, life is not just theory. You have to enter into laboratory also. So that laboratory of life is Grihastha-ashrama. So in Grihasthashrama, whatever you have studied in your Brahmacharya ashrama, you apply it by entering into a family life. So in the family life, what is developed? Brahmacharya ashrama, head is developed. In the family life, heart is developed. Because here a lot of opportunities are given in experimenting with love. You love, you serve, you sacrifice. This way your personality blossoms. So head and heart is developed in the first two ashramas. At the same time, in Grihastha ashrama there is another very important lesson to be learned. And what is that? Dispassion towards the world. Everything in this world is limited, it is impermanent, it has its defects. So while living in this world, it is necessary to understand the defects of worldly life. That is also there. So these are all the important things. Only then you are fit to enter into the next two stages, Vanaprastha and Sannyasashrama. Only then the mind is prepared to seek the Lord wholeheartedly, single-pointedly. So what are the lessons to be learned in Grihasthashrama? So, other than developing the heart through love, service, etc., you also must understand the defects of this world. So what are the defects of this world? So beautifully we have the verses in Bhajagovinda which indicates the defects of the world. Number one, defects of worldly knowledge. Number two, defects of worldly wealth. Number three, defects of worldly pleasure. Number four, defects of worldly existence. Number five, defects of worldly relationship. Number six, defects of worldly love. 6 defects. Number one, defects of worldly knowledge. So what is that verse? Samprapte sannihite kale nahi nahi rakshati dukran karani. That first verse is at the time of death, all your worldly knowledge is not going to save you. Then which knowledge will save you? Only the spiritual knowledge. Worldly knowledge of physics, chemistry, maths, grammar, dukran karani is grammar. Grammar means all worldly knowledge is not going to help you. At the time of death, you can face death cheerfully, fearlessly, only with the knowledge of spirituality. That strength is necessary. So this is the defects of worldly knowledge. Number two, defects of worldly wealth. What is that verse? Mudha jahi dhanagama trishna kuru sadbuddhim manasi vitrishna yallabhase nija karmopatam vittam tena vinodaya chittam. Yes. Mudha jahi dhanagama trishna. Give up this mad craze for wealth. Guru Satbuddhim Manasi Drishna. In a dispassionate mind, develop right thinking. The worldly wealth, fine, it can give us some comfort, some convenience, etc. But can it give real bliss, the real happiness, real peace? No, it has its defects. So therefore, meditate upon this and understand the defect of worldly wealth. Rather, cultivate divine wealth, Daivi Sampat. So that is defect of worldly wealth. I don't have to go into details, you all know it. But it's a big list given. Worldly wealth can give you medicine, but it cannot give you health. It can give you a bed, but it cannot give you sleep and all those kind of things. Okay. So the defects of worldly wealth. So third one is worldly pleasure. What is worldly pleasure? Sukhada kriyate rama bhoga paschadhanta sharire roga yadyapi loke maranam sharanam tadapi namanchati papacharanam. So in this indulgence is pleasure. The point is all your vitalities of the body are drained away. The strength of the body, the strength of the senses, for that little momentary pleasure, you are losing a huge thing. It's not worth. So that is a defect of worldly pleasure. And after that there is only addiction left. Worldly pleasure. Third one. Fourth one, worldly existence. What is the defect of worldly existence? Nalini dalagata jalamati taralam Tattvajivitamatishaya chapalam. Just like the water droplet playing on the lotus petal, one breeze and the droplet just rolls down and become extinct. In the same way our life, Tattvajjivitam Atishaya chapalam. Any time death can come. There is nothing called safe place in this earth. Every place is unsafe only. So understand the limitation of worldly existence. It is so fickle, so uncertain. On the other hand, spiritual existence is permanent. Immortal existence it is. You see, you have to compare these two. Worldly wealth, spiritual wealth. Worldly existence, spiritual existence. And then, again, worldly love. What is worldly love? Yavat vitto parjana satta Tavan nija parivaro rakta Pascha jivati jarjarade Vatango pina prachhatige. As long as you are an earning member in the family, as long as you have a job and power, position, etc., people will respect you. The day you become very old, dilapidated, then Vartango Pinaprichiti, nobody will care about you. This is the truth about life. As long as you have power, people are behind you. The moment you become powerless, nobody cares for you. This is the limitation of worldly love. What about divine love? Bhagavan's love for us is unconditional and infinite. He doesn't care who you are. Whereas this world will treat you like a curry leaf. Once the essence is taken out, you are thrown out. Or like garland offered to the Lord. Once that garland becomes faded, dry, next day dustbin. This is life. So this has to be understood in Grihasthashrama. That's the whole point. This is the right lesson to be learned. And then last one, worldly relationship. Yavat pavano nivasati de tavat prachati kushalam ge gatavati vayo deha paye bharya vibhyati tasmin kaye. As long as you are alive, you are taken care. Once you are dead, meaning every worldly relationship is finite. It has a start point, it has an end point. But what about our relationship with Bhagavan? It is ever there. It's a permanent relationship. So, this is one among the very many reasons why we have to go through Grihasthashrama. So, what is the purpose? Purpose is to develop Vairagya. Understand everything in this world is defective. So we are made to go through this worldly love in order to understand the divine love. That's the purpose of Grihasthashrama. Worldly love is inferior love, divine love is superior. But to understand love, what is love, you can't study a book and know what is love. You have to go through that experience. So in Grihasthashrama, you are made to go through the lower love and understand the defects of the lower love so that you appreciate the value of higher divine love. That is the purpose. But many times what happens? Grihasthrama itself becomes a trap. Instead of transcending Grihasthrama, remember it's a stage. It is not the final destination. There is a Vanaprastha and Sannyasashrama to come. Many times what happens in our case, we get stuck up here. Exactly like the child in the womb. That womb is a temporary stage. For 9 months the child has to be there in the womb, but that womb is not a permanent state. Out of that womb the child has to come out. But many times what happens? The child gets stuck in the womb. It is not coming out. Mother is crying in pain. The child is not coming out. What will the doctor do? Cesarean operation. A knife is necessary. Isn't it? The same cesarean operation is given here. Dharavarte Tanaya Sahaja means what? Wife has become the whirlpool. Wife or husband. You get stuck up in that person and you think, this person is my life. I can't even think of life without this person. Then understand, your wife or husband has become a whirlpool. See, wife is not the problem. Your unhealthy attachment to your wife is the problem. We have to clearly understand this attachment and detachment stuff. The most inferior thing is called unhealthy detachment. What is unhealthy detachment? I don't care about you. That detachment is absolutely unhealthy. Now don't glorify that, oh, I am a spiritual person. See, I am very detached. That's inferior. That is tamasic detachment. That's the tamasic stage. Second stage is unhealthy attachment. What is unhealthy attachment? I cannot live without you. That is also unhealthy. This is called as rajasic state. So tamasic state is unhealthy detachment. Rajasic state is unhealthy attachment. And what is sattvic state? Healthy detachment. You are with everyone, you are serving everyone, loving everyone, fulfilling all your duties. At the same time, at the back of the mind, you have never forgotten the reality. What is the reality? A time will come when this relationship will end. My relationship with God alone is true relationship, permanent relationship. All these relationships are temporary. These relationships are only to help me evolve in my spiritual journey. This understanding brings in a healthy detachment. You can call it healthy attachment also. It is healthy. So when the person is there, you are loving that person, serving that person, doing all your responsibilities. When the person is not there, you are able to cheerfully accept that fact also. Because you are beforehand, you are prepared for this state. Either I will go away or that person in front of me will go away. So let me not blindly get attached to anyone or anything. This is the sattvic state. This is the healthy state. But many times what happens, when you enter into Grihastha-ashrama, see, you don't get stuck up in Brahmacharya ashrama. But there is a danger of getting stuck up in Grihastha-ashrama. You get so attached to relationship, to people, to house and property, and then you forget the very purpose for which you have come. Then a cesarean operation is necessary. A doctor has to come, he has to use a sharp knife. So that is what is said here. Dharavarte Tanaya Sahaja. Let not you intelligently live your life and mess up your life. So therefore, let us develop devotion for the Lord, learn our lessons and move forward. So let us always keep this in mind. The purpose for which I have come to this world. What is the purpose? Should be very clear. The purpose is spiritual evolution and nothing else. So therefore, even the kind of company that we keep, we must keep an eye upon it. That is the essence of the next verse. Verse number 15, page number 71. Madraksham kshena punyan kshanamapi bhavato bhaktihinan padamje Ashrausham shravyabandham Tava charitamapasya Anyadakhyana jatam Tava charitamapasanyada Tava charitamapasyanyadathyana jatam Masmarsham madhavattvamapi bhuvanapate Cetasa pahnuvanan Ma bhuvam tvatsapalyavyatikararahito Janma janmantarepi Madraksham kshena punyan kshanamapi bhavato bhaktihinan padamje Ashrausham shravyabandham Tava charitamapasyanyadathyana jatam Masmarsham madhavattvamapi bhuvanapate Cetasa pahnuvanan Ma bhuvam tvatsapalyavyatikararahito Janma janmantarepi. Yes. So, what is the best way of cultivating the spiritual zeal throughout life? The best way is satsanga. Always associate yourself with people who are spiritually motivated, spiritually charged. Then what will happen? You will also remain spiritually motivated, inspired. Never expose yourself to worldly people. That is the essence of this verse. Madraksham, O Lord, may I not even see them. Who are they? Bhavatah bhaktihinan padabje. Those people who don't have any devotion at your lotus feet, I don't even want to see them. Why? Kshena punya. They are people who don't have enough punya with them. They are all papis only, sinners only. Those who don't have any devotion at your lotus feet. So Bhagavan kshanamapi, even for a moment, may I not be seeing them. They are the most inauspicious ones in this world. The one who is allergic to the auspicious is the most inauspicious. Madraksham, I don't want to even see them. Kshanamapi, even for a moment. Bhagavan, Ma Shrausham, may I not even listen to Shravyabandham, certain compositions. What is the content of that composition? Tava charitam apasya anyat akhyana jatam. Those compositions or the books or whatever, where so many other things are glorified, but you are not glorified. All worldly books, worldly entertainments, worldly compositions. Bhagavan, may I not even listen to such things because they are inauspicious. Then, Mas Marsham, Bhagavan, may I not even remember them. Who? He Madhava, he Bhuvanapate, Chetasa apahnuvanan. Those who abandon you, by their mind, those who don't have any faith in you, belief in you, love in you, Bhagwan, may I not even remember them. May I not even have any contacts with them. Ma bhuvam tat sabarya vyatikara rehitara janma janmantarepi. Bhagwan, please don't put me in a situation where I don't get an opportunity to worship you. In such a place, may you not put me janma janmantarepi in all my births to come. So the whole point is this, Bhagwan, please always keep me surrounded by your people, your devotees, in an environment where I always get satsang. Always give me such compositions which are filled with your glories, so that my mind ever remains at your lotus feet. Bhagwan, never put me in places where I am suffocated by the presence of the worldly people, where only talks of worldliness happens. So this is a very important instruction for all of us. You see, you watch the news channel for 15 minutes. What happens to your mind? If you want to get disturbed very easily, just switch off the news channel. Switch on the news channel. You see, what happens is, when the worldly stuffs come in, the mind gets disturbed, because those worldly stuffs are forcing you to think in a particular way, a worldly way. Mind is disturbed. Just opposite happens when the mind is forced to think in a spiritual way. After satsang, when you are leaving the hall, what is the state of your mind? Compare the two states of mind. After 2-3 hours of watching TV or junk news, see the state of your mind. After satsang, you see the state of your mind. So therefore, if you want spiritual samskaras to grow in you, then you also have to be very, very strict about the type of people you are coming in contact with, the type of books you are reading, the type of movies you are watching, the type of programs you are browsing, whatever. Everything has to be restricted, you have to be strict, you have to be disciplined. That's very important. Somebody went to a Mahatma and said, Swamiji, my mind is extremely disturbed. Swamiji used a very harsh example. He said, you have made your mind like the public toilet. Very dirty, filthy, anyone can come and do anything and go. You have made your mind like that. Keep your mind like sanctum sanctorum, like your puja room, like the garbhagraha. Not everyone can enter there. So this is the price we have to pay for that quality of the state of mind. If you want peaceful mind, this is the price. Throughout your life, you will have to live a disciplined life. Bhadram karne vishrayama, bhadram pashyema, akshabhir yajatva. Whatever I hear, I should be careful. There should be a filter kept. Not everything should be allowed inside. World will have the mixture of everything. But you will have to filter out only that which is auspicious, divine, and elevating. Now the topic continues. Now naturally a question may come. If I keep all these worldly people away, how will I survive in this world? So that is answered in the next verse. Verse number 16, page number 77. वात्सल्याद भयप्रदान समयात् आर्तार्ति निर्वापणात् औदार्याद घशोषणात् अगणित श्रेयः पदः प्रापणात् सेव्य श्रीपतिरेक एव सततम् सन्त्यत्र षट्साक्षिणः विभीषणश्च करिराट् पाञ्चाल्यहल्या ध्रुवः वात्सल्यादभयप्रदानसमयात् आर्तार्तिनिर्वापणात् औदार्यादभशोषणादगणित श्रेयः पदः प्रापणात् सेव्यः श्रीपतिरेक एव सततं सन्त्यत्र षट्साक्षिणः प्रह्लादश्च विभीषणश्च करिराट् पाञ्चाल्यहल्या ध्रुवः. सेव्यः श्रीपति एक एव सततम्. Always serve that Bhagavan alone. You don't have to depend on anyone for anything in this world except the Lord. Santyatra Shat Sakshina. There are 6 witnesses to it. Who are they? Prahladaha, Vibhishanaha, Karirat. Karirat means? Kari means elephant. Rat means king. King among elephant. Who is he? Gajendra. So Prahlada, Vibhishana, Gajendra, Panchali, that is Draupadi, Ahalya, and then Dhruva. 6 witnesses are there to this fact. What fact? You don't have to depend on anything or anyone. Bhagavan is there, he will look after you. He will take care of you. Now, how can you say these 6 are the witnesses? The first one, Prahlada. So you see the first line, Vatsalya. So that Vatsalya goes for Prahlada. What did Prahlada miss in this world? He missed Vatsalya from his father. Vatsalya means fatherly affection. He did not get that from his father, Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu tried to kill him in so many ways. So one thing was missing in the life of Prahlada. What was that? Fatherly love. But then he got it from Bhagavan. Yes or no? So you should know the story of Bhagavad. So when Hiranyakashipu was killed, Bhagavan was raging, in anger, all stained in blood, with a garland of intestines, etc. So nobody had the courage to go anywhere near Narasimha Bhagavan. So Brahmaji went to Lakshmi and said, Amma, you go and cool him down. Who will cool him down now? She said, no, I am not going anywhere near. I have never seen this kind of. So then they were thinking, who will cool down Bhagavan now? So then all of them approached Prahlada. Brahmaji said, my dear son, you are the only one who can really cool Bhagavan down of his anger. Please go. So then Prahlada goes in front of Bhagavan and a Sashtanga Pranam falls at the feet of Bhagavan. And Bhagavan, the moment his eyes falls upon this little child of 5 years, all his anger just vaporizes. His heart becomes filled with that fatherly love for Prahlada. How much this boy has endured in the name of the Lord. And then Bhagavan lifts Prahlada, places his hand upon his head and blesses him. So that Vatsalya, affection, Prahlada received from Bhagavan. So that is Prahlada. Then Vibhishana, what did he get? So the next term, Vatsalyat, Abhayapradana Samayat. Abhayam, fearlessness, refuge. Vibhishana was against the conqueror of the 3 worlds, Ravana. From the worldly standpoint, he was the most powerful person at that time, Ravana. And Vibhishana wanted refuge. Bhagavan gave him refuge. Abhayapradana Samayat. Then Karirat, what did he gain? Artha Arti Nirvapanat. Extreme pain, suffering, affliction. Are you suffering from that? Turn towards God. He will definitely put an end to that suffering. Who is the best example for this? Gajendra. 1,000 years he was struggling with that crocodile. Blood was oozing. He was losing all his strength. The pain was extreme. His own family members all left. He was there struggling and struggling. Finally he understood, I can never win over this battle, and he mentally prostrates to Bhagavan. And that is when that chakra comes and cuts off the head of that crocodile. So if you want to come out of intense pain, whether it is physical pain, whether it is emotional pain, whatever the pain, affliction, sorrow is, Bhagavan can put an end. He is the best painkiller. Okay. Next one, Panchali. What did she get? Audarya. Bhagavan goes out of his way to protect his devotee. He can change the laws of nature in order to protect his devotee. Who is the best example? Draupadi is the best example. In that sabha, in that evil assembly, her husbands were helpless. All the senior members were helpless. She had no help from anyone. And that moment she cried out. Her own strength was of no use. Finally, when she shouted out, Bhagavan, save me, she was saved. What did Bhagavan do? At that time, a different kind of avatar was necessary. Not Purnavatar or Amshavatar. What kind of avatar? Vastravatar was necessary. You see? That is called as Audarya. Audarya means Bhagavan goes out of his way to protect his devotee. He breaks all these laws of nature also. And then suppose you feel that no, I have committed a lot of sin, I am so guilty. How can I wash away my sin? Whatever sins you have committed, Bhagavan is capable of washing away all your sins, how much ever big that sin may be. Who is the next example? Ahalya. She was cursed to become a rock, but Bhagavan liberated her and freed her from all sins. So, Agha Shoshanat. Agha means sin. If the mistakes or sins committed by you in the past is troubling you, Bhagavan can wash off all those. Agha Shoshanat. And then Aganita Shreyaf Padav Prapana. Bhagavan can give you so many things which you can't even think of. Who is the best example? Dhruva. What was given to Dhruva? He said, I will rule such a land, such a kingdom which is never ruled by anyone in the past. Now this is something which is impossible because all the kingdoms are ruled by somebody or the other. He says, I am going to rule something. So Bhagavan had to create a loka separate for it. What loka? Dhruva loka. So that is Bhagavan. There is nothing which is impossible for Bhagavan. So therefore, this should be the one place of refuge for your life. One solution to all problem. Sevya Shripati Reka Eva Sasata. This is the whole message. Hold on to Bhagavan. He can solve all your problems. And this is exactly the message of Bhagavad Gita also. Manchitta sarvadurgani mat prasadat karishyasi. Fix your mind in me. I will ensure that you cross over all your problems, all your difficulties, all your challenges. That is a message again and again mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. Ananyas chintayanto mam yejana paryupasate desham nityabhyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyam. Those people who single-pointedly fix their mind upon me, it is my responsibility to look after their welfare and well-being. So this is a promise of the Lord. So all what we need to do. Surrender unto Bhagavan. Let us be ever at His feet. How can we worship the Lord? Make use of all your faculties in order to worship the Lord. That is the message of the next verse. Verse number 17, page number 84. जिह्वे कीर्तय केशवं मुररिपुम् चेतो भज श्रीधरम् पाणिद्वन्द्वसमर्चयाच्युतकथा श्रोत्रद्वयत्वं शृणु कृष्णं लोकय लोचनद्वय हरेर् गच्छाङ्घ्रियुग्मालयम् जिघ्रघ्राणमुकुन्दपादतुलसीम् मूर्धन्नमाधोक्षजम् जिह्वे कीर्तय केशवं मुररिपुं चेतो भज श्रीधरम् पाणिद्वन्द्वसमर्चयाच्युतकथा श्रोत्रद्वयत्वं शृणु कृष्णं लोकय लोचनद्वय हरेर् गच्छाङ्घ्रियुग्मालयम् जिघ्रघ्राणमुकुन्दपादतुलसीम् मूर्धन्यमाधोक्षजम्. How to worship that Lord? Make use of all your faculties in turning your attention unto the Lord. So what are we supposed to do? Jihve kirtaya keshavam. Hey Jihve, oh my tongue. What is the job of the tongue? Do kirtanam of the Lord. Sing the glories of the Lord, oh my dear tongue. Muraripum cheto bhaja. Oh Chetaha, oh my mind. Your job is bhajanam, meditation upon Muraripu, that Lord. Sridharam Panidvandva Samarchaya. Hey Panidvandva, oh two hands of mind, may you worship that Lord, Sridhara. Do the archana of the Lord. Samarchaya. Achyutakatha Shrotradvaya Tvam Shruno. Hey Shrotradvaya. Shrotradvaya, the 2 years, what you should do? Not hear some gossip. Achyutakatha Tvam Shruno. Listen to the kathas of the Lord. Krishnam lokaya lochanadvaya. Hey lochanadvaya, 2 eyes of mine. Whom should you see? Krishnam lokaya, Bhagavan's beautiful form may you see. Harehe, hey Angriyugmam. Hey Angriyugma. Angriyugma means 2 legs of mine. Harehe gacha Angriyugmalayam. Harehe alayam gacha. May you go to the temple of Bhagavan. Oh, the 2 legs of mine. So each and every limb may be used to worship the Lord. Jigraghrana Mukunda Padatulasim. Oh nose, smell that tulasi which has been offered at the feet of the Lord. More than Namadhokshajam. Oh head, may you bow down to that Bhagavan. So in this way, may all the sense organs, the Jnanendriyas and Karmendriyas, may be used to worship the Lord. This is the way we have to keep our mind in the Lord. In Bhagavatam, it is said, that tongue which doesn't chant the name of the Lord is the tongue of a frog. Those ears which doesn't listen to the glory of the Lord, those ears, you know what they are? They are fit for the snakes to enter, snakehood. Those hands which doesn't worship the Lord, they are the hands of a dead body only. That heart which doesn't melt listening to the glory of the Lord, that heart is not a heart, it is a stone. Those eyes which doesn't see the beauty of the Lord, those eyes are worthless, like the eyes of a peacock feather. In that peacock feather also there is an eye, you see. So useless they are. The head which doesn't bow down in front of Bhagavan, it is nothing but a stone balanced by the shoulders. So these descriptions are present in Bhagavatam. The whole Mukundamala is inspired by Bhagavatam only. So this is how Bhagavan has to be worshipped. But now we have used so many terms, Sridhara, Krishna, Keshava, etc. You must also know who this Krishna is. Who is this Krishna? Listen. Verse number 18, page number 91. He loka shrunut prasoti marana vyadhischikitsami maam yogajñā samudaharanti munayo yam yajñavalkyādayah antarjyotirameyamekam krishnākhyamāpīyatāṃ tatpītam paramaushadham vidanute nirvāṇamatyamtikam he lokā shrunut prasoti marana vyādhischikitsami māṃ yogajñā samudaharanti munayo yam yajñavalkyādayah antarjyotirameyamekam krishnākhyamāpīyatāṃ tatpītam paramaushadham vidanute nirvāṇamatyamtikam. Hey loka, O worldly people, shrunuta, listen carefully. Prasuti marana vyadhehe chikitsam imam. I will tell you a chikitsa, a treatment for this disease which you are suffering from. What is the disease that we are suffering from? Prasuti marana vyadhi. We are suffering from a disease called prasuti and marana. What is prasuti? Birth. Marana means death. So we are all suffering from a disease called birth death disease. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jatareshanam. This is a disease. Again and again coming back to this world. This birth is a disease. Every disease, what is a common thing in every disease? What is a common thing in every disease? Pain, isn't it? Janma, mrityu, jara, vyadhi, dukkha, doshanudarsana. Wise person sees only dukkha in this world. Then you are really wise. So if this question is asked, sir, what are you seeing in this world? If your answer is, oh, there are so many places to go, eat, drink, enjoy, then you are a foolish person. But if your vision is, oh Bhagavan, this world is full of suffering only, then your vision is perfect. What is suffering? Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi. The moment you are born, it starts with Shankhanara. It is only an indication of the pain which is going to come. Starting point itself is pain. So Janma is painful. That's why all children come out crying. Then Janma, Mrityu. Mrityu is painful. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, old age. Oh my God. Each and every limb starts failing even when you are alive. Old age is the most terrible thing. Sometimes I feel some accidental death is very fast, the best. One shot, everything is gone. You don't know what has happened. But this old age is terrible. One by one, your limb, your organ starts failing, and you do so many kind of things. Oh my God. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, then Vyadhi, disease. Dukkha, Dosha, Anudarshanam. This is considered to be one of the great virtues. That person who is Anudarshanam, constantly seeing only Dukkham in every aspect of life, such a person is really wise. That's why Bhagavan calls this world as Dukkhalayam. What is Aushadhalayam? Ale means abode. Abode of medicine is called as Aushadhalayam. Vidyalayam, school is called Vidyalayam because Vidya is given there. Ashwalayam, so many horses are there. So, in the same way, Dukkhalayam, abode of sorrow. Who is telling this? Bhagavan himself, the one who has created this world, he is telling, Anityam asukham lokam imam prapya bhajasvama. Now that you have already got it, there is a way to come out of this. Turn to me. I don't want you to rot there. I am not happy when my children is suffering. You see, that is Bhagavan's attitude. So in every chapter in Bhagavad Gita, one message is again and again repeated. Come to me, don't be there. That is not your place. This is your place. This is your real home. But what do? Constantly ignore him. No, Bhagavan, I want to go. I want to come back to this world. So many desires are there. I am yet to fulfill it. Okay, go. What can Bhagavan do? So we come to this world not because Bhagavan is pushing us. We come to this world because we wholeheartedly, interestingly look forward to it. When pain comes, we say, oh Bhagavan, enough, I don't want to come and all that. But still desire is there somewhere. I want to come. If this disease is not there, everything is there. How many of you don't want to come to this world? You know, really speaking, we may say outwardly that I don't want to come. You just close your eyes and sit for 5 minutes meditation. You just see where the mind goes. That means that a lot of desires are still there. Very fact that mind is craving for so many things shows that even now the desires are not gone. A wandering mind is a sure sign of cravings of desires. So, hey lokaha, worldly people, shrunata, listen, you are suffering from a terrible disease. What is the disease? Prasuti Maranam Vyadhi. For that there is a chikitsa. Listen. And this chikitsa is not given by me. Yogajnaha samudaharanti munayaha. There are so many great saints and sages who have come in the past, like Yajnavalkyadeha, like Yajnavalkya Rishi of the Upanishads. They are all yogajnaha, knowers of yoga. They know how to reach that supreme state. This treatment, this medicine, this aushadhi is given by them, such masters. So therefore, it is tested and tried. So this medicine you have to take. What is that medicine? Krishna akhyam apiyatam. Drink this medicine. This medicine called Krishna. And who is this Krishna? Antarjyotihi ameyam ekam amritam. Understand who this Krishna is. This Krishna is none other than Antarjyotihi, the inner light of consciousness. It is not some person who was born in some, which yuga? Dwapara yuga. Vasudeva. Tanaya. Devaki Nandan. No. This Krishna is right here in you. Has a very consciousness in you. Right here you can experience him. Hold on to him. That consciousness in you, that inner jyoti, that inner light in you, that light of consciousness. What is his nature? Ameyam, infinite, immeasurable. Ekam, it is the only one, everywhere, in everyone. Amritam, it is the only thing which is imperishable, immortal. Rest, everything in this world is going to perish. Whatever you see in this world, it is going to perish. Whatever you are experiencing in the body, it will perish. But there is one thing which will never perish. That imperishable entity is that pure consciousness in you, that witnessing consciousness in you, that awareness in you. That awareness itself is this Krishna. Shift your attention there. That is called drinking the medicine. Krishnakhyam apiyatam. What will happen if you drink this medicine? Tat pitam paramaushadham vidanute nirvanam atyantikam. Then you will attain atyantikam nirvanam, ultimate liberation, not temporary liberation. What is temporary liberation? Death. For some time you are liberated, but again punarvichara. So that liberation is not ultimate liberation. Here, if you drink this medicine, if you shift your attention to this eternal entity in you, that consciousness in you, which we are calling as Krishna, Rama, etc., then you will experience ultimate liberation. You will come to know you are not the body at all. Then what will happen as you shift your attention? But before that, while doing this sadhana, one warning is given to all the seekers. What is that warning? Verse number 19, page number 95. He martyah paramam hitam shrunutavo Vakshyami sankshepatāh samsārārnavamāpadurmi bahulam samyak pravishya sthitaah Jnanamapasya cetasi namo Narayanāyetyamum Mantram sapranavam pranamasahitam Pravartayadhvam muhuhu हे मर्त्याः परमं हितं शृणुतवो वक्ष्यामि संक्षेपतः संसारार्णवमापदूर्मिबहुलं सम्यक् प्रविश्य स्थिताः नानाज्ञानमपास्य चेतसि नमो नारायणायेत्यमुम् मन्त्रं सप्रणवं प्रणामसहितं प्रावर्तयध्वं हे मर्त्याः, O mortals, paramam hitam shruta. Listen to this one advice which is going to extremely benefit you. Vakshyami sankshepatāh. I will briefly tell you. I will not take too much of time because your condition is pathetic. What is your condition? Samsara arnavam apad urmi bahulam samyak pravishya sthitah. Your condition is in this ocean of worldliness where waves and waves of troubles and tribulations and afflictions are coming to you, sorrows are coming to you. You are drowning in this ocean. That is why I am telling you this. Listen carefully, it will help you a lot. Okay, what is it? Nana jnanam apasya. Give up all this. Now here the term is nana jnanam. It can be taken as nana ajnanam and also as nana jnanam. The so-called knowledge which you think it is knowledge, throw it away. Apasya चेतसि नमो नारायणाय इति अमुं मन्त्रं सप्रणवं प्रणामसहितं प्रावर्तयध्वं. Give up all this so-called knowledge of yours. So here the target is those people who study scriptures for just information and they think that I am knowledgeable. Just because you read some scripture and you gather some information, that is not knowledge at all. That's the point. Many times we read some scripture and what happens? Knowledge is not there. Only ego is there that I have knowledge. This is a great danger of studying the scriptures. Little bit here, there we read something. Little Sanskrit we learn. Some grammar we learn. I think, oh, I know. I have studied something. Sorry, I have studied Upanishad. What do you know over? Gita? No. Brahma Sutra something. So, Kulashekara says, this jnanam which you think jnanam is ajnanam only. Fool. What is the proof of ajnanam? Big ego. What else? What is the proof of jnanam? Humility. So give up all this, the so-called knowledge. See, we are not criticizing study of scriptures. But many times what happens? Scriptural study creates some kinds of arrogance. So in spirituality, experiential knowledge alone is knowledge. Not just information. Information has no value at all. So here Kulashekara says, convert that knowledge into experience. What is the proof of knowledge? Tajnanam prashamakaram yadindriyanam, Bhagavan says in Dhanyashtaka. The proof of knowledge is peace of mind. What is the proof that you are a knowledgeable person? Are you peaceful? Is your mind under your control? Is your senses under your control? Then yes. If your mind is chattering, you may know so many scriptures, but you are still ignorant. If your senses are not under your control, you may know so many by heart, verses by heart. No use. So how to create that spiritual experience? That is what he said here. Chetasi, in the mind, Namo Narayanaya iti Amum Mantram. This particular mantra, Namo Sapranavam, along with Om. Pranava means Om. So then what does it become? Om Namo Narayanaya. Pranama Sahitam. With all humility, with that attitude of reverence, devotion, humility, pravartayatvam. Repeat constantly. Move again and again. Do this. Keep aside everything else. So what is this? Nididhyasana. A habit has to be created. The habit of shifting the attention unto the Lord. That consciousness in us. The term used is Narayana. Naranam Ayanaha Narayana. That which is the very support in me, the substratum in me, the essence in me, that in which I am existing, that consciousness. So as you are chanting the name, you are shifting your attention to that essence in you, that imperishable, immortal essence in you. Every time you are chanting, it is not a mechanical chanting. With all feeling of devotion and reverence, yes, I am carrying in my heart a great truth, the reality which is the support of the whole world, which is the only imperishable thing, who is the Lord of the universe, is there in my heart. With that all reverence, humility, devotion, respect, you chant that Bhagavan's name and then shift your attention to that ultimate truth in you. This, may you go on doing it. May you go on doing it. Slowly, as the mind becomes purer, steadier, you will start experiencing a truth in you. That Nischala Tattvam in you, you will start experiencing it. Something in you which doesn't perish. Something in you which is ever remaining as a witness in you. That divine essence in you, you start experiencing in yourself this great truth. So go on doing it by chanting the name. So as you are chanting the name, what are you doing? You chant the name, that name is indicating something, you shift your attention to that truth which this name is indicating. The pointer is indicating something to the pointed. So leave the pointer, shift your attention to the pointed. This practice, may you do it again and again. Then what will happen? You will start experiencing the truth. And as you start experiencing the truth, what will happen to you? Listen. Verse number 20, page number 99. पृथ्वीरेणुरणुः पयांसि कणिका फल्गुस्फुलिङ्गो लघुः तेजो निःश्वसनं मरुत्तनुतरम् रन्ध्रं सुसूक्ष्मं नभः क्षुद्रारुद्रपितामहः प्रभृतयः कीटाः समस्तासुराः दृष्टे यत्र स तावको विजयते भूमावधूतावधिः पृथ्वीरेणुरणुः पयांसि कणिका फल्गुस्फुलिङ्गो लघुः तेजो निःश्वसनं मरुत्तनुतरम् रन्ध्रं सुसूक्ष्मं नभः क्षुद्रारुद्रपितामहः प्रभृतयः कीटाः समस्तासुराः as you start doing this meditation regularly, slowly, you start coming to experience that truth in you. And in comparison to that infinite, immortal truth which you experience in your heart, everything else in this world is insignificant. That's the message of this verse. Prithvi Redu Ranuhu, the entire earth is Anu, insignificant dust particle. Payamsi Kanika, the entire ocean, that water is just a water droplet. Phalgus Pulingo Laguhu Teja, fire. It is what? A mere small insignificant spark. Nishwasanam Maruttanutaram, this powerful wind, it is a mere thinned out breath. Randram Susukshmam Nabha, the entire space is nothing but a what you call Randram, a small hole. Meaning all the 5 elements are insignificant compared to the truth that you experience in your heart. The point is, the whole world has no existence apart from this you come to know. The whole world is given existence because this entity is existing, just like the dream world. In the dream, all the world which you see, the sky, the mountain, the ocean, everything appears so real. But the moment you wake up, what is the value you give to that dream world? Nothing. It becomes insignificant. Exactly like that. Kshudra, Rudra, Pitamaha, Pradutaya, all these gods like Rudra and Pitamaha, Brahmaji, etc. Kshudra, insignificant. Kitas, Samasta, Asura, all these devatas, suras, they are all mere worms, kita. Drushto yatra satavako vijayate bhumavadhutavadihi. Bhagavan, your glory conquers the whole world, trumps without any limit. This is what happens. That truth which you are carrying in your heart, that truth alone is a reality. You come to know everything else is insignificant, doesn't even exist. That is the glory of meditation about consciousness, about this Krishna Tattva in your heart. And when you experience that, what happens to you? How do you express the joy? That is the next verse. Verse number 21, page number 102. Baddhenanjalina natena shirasa Gatre saromodgamai Kanthena swaragadgadena nayanena Udgirna bashpambuna Kanthena swaragadgadena nayanena Udgirna bashpambuna Nityam tvaccharanaravinda-yugala Dhyanamrita swadinam Asmakam sarasiruhaksha sadatam Sampadyatam jivitam Baddhenanjalina natena shirasa Gatre saromodgamai Kanthena swaragadgadena nayanena Udgirna bashpambuna Nityam tvaccharanaravinda-yugala Dhyanamrita swadinam Asmakam sarasiruhaksha sadatam that experience happens, oh my Lord, that Bhagavan, where is he? He's not outside, right in my heart, as the very self in me. At that time, Baddhena Anjalina, with folded hands, Nadena Shirasa, bowing one's head, Gatrehi Saroma Udgamaihi, all the hairs standing on end, horripilation, Kantena Swaragagadena, that throat, that voice becomes choked with emotion of devotion. Nayanena Udgirna Bashpapuna, and eyes filled with tears of gratitude. This is what happens. That Bhagavan is right here, right in me, so close that even to say he is near is wrong. He is my own true nature. Nityam Tvacharana Aravinda Yugala Dhyana Amrita Aswadinam. So those people who are Aswadina, enjoying, relishing, this is the real enjoyment. Not eat, drink and be merry. That merry is nothing compared to this. Aswadinam, those who revel, relish, what? Amritam, the immortal nectar, born out of dhyana, meditation. Upon what? Tvacharana Aravinda Yugala Dhyana, meditation upon your lotus feet. So that bliss experienced by the meditation upon your lotus feet, when Nityam, every day, every moment, Bhagavan, Asmakam Sarasi Ruhaksha Satatam Sampatyatam Jivitam. Bhagavan, this is our only prayer. May our life be fulfilled. Sampatyatam, Satatam Sampatyatam. Bhagavan, may our life be fulfilled with this bliss born out of devotion unto your lotus feet. So this is what happens when you experience that truth. Completely fulfilled, drenched in bliss, immersed in bliss. Then what happens to that person? Verse number 22, page number 108. He Gopalaka, he Kripa Jalanidhe. He Sindhu Kanyapate, He Kamsantaka, He Gajendra Karuna, Parina He Madhava, He Ramanuja, He Jagat Guru, He Pundari Kakshama, He Gopi Jananatha Palaya Param, Janami Natvam Vina, He Gopalaka, He Kripa Jalanidhe, He Sindhu Kanyapate, He Kamsantaka, He Gajendra Karuna, Parina He Madhava, He Ramanuja, He Jagat Guru, He Pundari Kakshama, He Gopi Jananatha Palaya Param, Janami Natvam Vina. He Gopalaka, so many names. Oh Bhagavan, you are all this and you are right in my heart, ever with me. He Gopalaka, oh protector of the cows. He Kripa Jalanidhe, oh ocean of compassion. He Sindhuganyapate, the husband of Sindhuganya. Who is Sindhuganya? Lakshmi, the one who was born out of Sindhu ocean. He Kamsantaka, destroyer of Kamsa. He Gajendra Karunaparina, the one who showered compassion upon Gajendra. He Madhava, consort of Lakshmi. He Ramanuja, younger brother of Rama. Which Rama? Balaram. He Jagatraya Guru, O teacher of the three worlds. He Pundarikaksha, O lotus-eyed one. He Gopi Jananatha, Lord of Gopi, Mam Palaya, protect me. Paranjana Vinattvamina, I don't know anything other than you. So this is the culmination. What is the culmination? You come to know there is nothing to be known other than Bhagavan. Yet jnatva neha bhuyonyat jnatavyam avashishyate. Once you know this essence in you, you have known everything. Bhagavan, I don't know anything other than you. This is a culmination. Destination to be reached. Bhagavan alone has to be realized. And who is that Bhagavan? The selfness, ever with us, as the very consciousness in us. This is called knowledge, not information. And how to gain that knowledge? Chanting Bhagavan's name. What is the name given here? Om Namo Narayana. Understanding what it means, shifting your attention to that truth, constantly repetition, consciously, with all reverence, with all respect. And you do it slowly, 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 that experience starts coming to you. This is sadhana. Then only we can say, yes, now that aeroplane has started moving in the runway. You see, till that aeroplane has not started moving on the runway, there is no guarantee that you will fly. Only that sound start then. In the same way, this chanting is that start. Chanting the name, consciously paying. Are you able to pay attention to that truth in you? Consciously. Is the mind cooperating with you? Lucky you are, most blessed you are. If the mind is pulling you here, there, Kshina Punya. Yes, how much your mind is cooperating with you in this meditation. That decides everything about you. If the mind is not cooperating, that means mind has to be purified further. More of it we will see tomorrow. Jaya Jaya Rama Janaki Rama. 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 Raghukula Bhushana Raja Rama. Raghukula Bhushana Raja Rama. Raghukula Bhushana Raja Rama. Raghukula Bhushana Raja Rama. Jaya Jaya Rama Janaki Rama. Jaya Jaya Rama Janaki Rama. Tapasaranjana जन ताप